Hello, good morning. My name is Lina Sepulveda, and this is my session number one for the group A. I am going to wait until they come, so I am patient. Good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
I can see your face now. I see you. Good morning. We are going to wait until the rest appear and we start the class, okay?
Okay, teacher.
So now I want you to turn off your microphone.
Okay.
Okay, Diana, do you want me to wait a little bit or do you want to start right now?
Okay, teacher.
So we can start. So this is my first time using Google Hangouts. So I hope you can help me if you know about this. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
So first of all, I am going to share the screen. And now I am going to make my presentation. My name is Lina Maria Sepúlveda, and I am the teacher for this course, Intermediate English 1. So now I am going to bring you some rules about this course and about these sessions. So I want punctuality because for me it's important. If we start early, we can finish early. When I say you can turn your microphones and cameras on or off, depends of the case during the class. I want some silence because it's important for me and for you too to learn a little bit more. For teacher and students, no people around speaking, no music, no TV sets on, children crying, dogs barking, etc. Um, to be focused in the lesson because it's important in this moment. You are learning, and at the same time, I need some time and you to pay attention to the class. For me, it's important, and for you too. Okay. The use of cell phone or checking stuff in the computer should be provided. Check the link like you did. So thank you so much. And I will try my best to send 1 hour before the class starts. Okay. For these sessions, don't worry if you are making mistakes because for me it's important. Then you can learn, and nobody is perfect. So don't worry about that. I can make mistakes also, so it's not a problem for me. Um, in this moment, I send you 2 emails. One is the link, and the other one was the characterization form. It's like form some dates and stuff like that, so you can fill it. And after, send me by email. Okay. So let's start. Introduce yourself. For today, this topic is important because when you start to new people, um, to know different kind of people, you need to introduce yourself. So first of all, I am going to introduce myself, and after you will do the same thing. So my name is Lina Maria Sepúlveda. I am 35 years old. I'm married. I have 2 children. I live with my husband, my mom, and my 2 kids. I am studying English. This is my 10th semester of my degree in English as a foreign language. In this moment, I am dedicated just to studying. I am not working in this moment, but for sure, in the next semester, I will start. Okay, so I live in Tunja, but I am from Sogamoso. And in this moment, I try my best to learn English and practice a lot. So now, Dayana, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, teacher. My name is Dayana Mayerly Zúñiga. I live in Timbio, Cauca. I am 19 years old. I live with my parents. I study in bachelor's degree in English as a foreign language. Um, I don't have children. I don't have boyfriend. Um, my hobbies are ride bicycle, listen to music, watch movies, draw, um, and read. I don't have I don't have um, I don't have a job.
Mhm. Okay, and that's it.
Thank
Okay, okay. Um, when you introduce yourself, you need to be confident, and also it's important that you are ready for some questions. Because, for example, you can introduce yourself for an interview, for a new job, or just with new people. So remember that it's important um, to know different vocabulary to practice. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
So now I am going to open a video about, okay, with the, hello, Carlos Alberto.
Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, teacher. I'm sorry, but I had a problem with internet connection. Sorry.
Okay, it's not a big deal. Okay. Today we are going to
Okay,
talk
teacher.
about some how to introduce yourself. So don't worry about that. So let me show you a little bit of the topic.
Okay, teacher.
Can you turn off your microphone, please? So my name is Lina Maria Sepulveda, and I am the teacher for this course, Intermediate English 1, for these sessions. So we have some rules that is punctuality, turning microphones and cameras on or off depends of the case, silent environment, to be focused on the class, please. This is important for me and for the rest of the participants. Um, check the link. I will send you 1 hour before the class starts. So I hope you can check it very fast. So don't worry if you are making some mistakes, if you are confused, we can talk. The main objective of these sessions is try to speak. So we are going to be focused in the speak skill. So don't worry if you are making mistakes or if you are confused, because we are here to learn. Okay? So I
Okay,
send
teacher.
you. Okay. I send you a characterization form, and this is with some information about you. So you can send me again the email, the characterization form. Okay. Now we are going
Yes.
to, okay, I want to introduce myself. My name is Lina Maria Sepulveda. I am 35 years old. I'm married. I have 2 children. I live with my mom, my husband, my 2 kids. In this moment, this is my 10th semester of my degree in English as a foreign language. I am from Sogamoso, but I live here in Tuna. So now, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, teacher. Here. Hello, everybody. My name is Carlos Alberto Sanchez. I'm from Pereira, but I live in Viterbo, Caldas. This is close to Pereira. I study foreign language, bachelor English foreign language. I'm 36 years old, and in I live. There are they are the great persons with me. Here is a public employee, and my mother is a housewife. In my free time, I prefer jogging hard. Sometimes I go to the movie with my. Okay, I'm gay. I have a relationship with a great during 3 years ago, and and I was very sick the last year. I was in the hospital in 3 months, and now I have learning so much course teacher.
Okay, very good. And now I can see one person more here, Laura. Hi. Laura, can you introduce yourself, please?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Laura Angelica Riveros Acevedo. I am 23 years old and I am a student. Um, uh, I am a student of bachelor degree in English as a foreign language. Um, I live in Bogota, Colombia. I live with my parents. Um, and I hope for this um for these activities to increase my English level, um to to found um new knowledge and learn more about this language.
Okay, thank you so much. For sure, you will learn a lot and we can practice because this is the objective, okay? So now I want to
Thank you.
share my screen again. Can you turn off your microphone, please? Okay. So it's important to introduce yourself because sometimes you need to know how to do it for interviews or for to know different kind of people. So it's important. Now we are going to see a video about how to do it formal and informal. Okay, so you can say if you are watching my screen right now. Yes. Let's start.
Hi, I'm Rebecca from Ingrid.com. In this lesson, you will learn how to introduce yourself and also how to introduce people who don't know each other. Now, sometimes you learn a lot of English and you still feel nervous. You don't feel confident doing simple things. So this is one of those simple but important things that you need to be able to do. To be able to walk up to someone, to introduce yourself, and also to know how to respond when someone does that. And that may be true whether you're at a business conference or at a party. Okay, so let's get started. So here, first we'll talk about the formal situation. So let's say we'll start over here. Hello, I'm Bill White. The response is, hi, I'm Susan Jones. So he says then, it's a pleasure to meet you. And she says, it's a pleasure to meet you too. Okay? Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Why? Because especially at this part, you're just repeating what the other person says, except that you're adding the word to. Okay? Let's try it again. Hello, I'm Bill White. Now, at that point, you probably want to also shake hands. So let me mention that. So the things that you should do in addition to what you're going to say are these things. You should try to maintain a straight posture because you look more professional that way, especially in a business situation. In a North American context, also, we establish eye contact. All right, that shows that we're not afraid. That shows we're not hiding anything. All right, shows confidence. And you want to give a firm handshake. Okay, don't keep your hand really weak. Keep it firm, not hard. Don't squeeze the other person's hand, but make a firm handshake. And this is true whether you're a man or a woman. And usually we smile because it's a little bit, it shows that you're a friendly person and you're happy to meet the other person, even in a business situation. So let's get started. And what I was saying is about the handshake, you could shake hands right here. So you could say, hello, I'm Bill White. Or you could say it at this point when you say, it's a pleasure to meet you. Okay? Hello, I'm Bill White. Hi, I'm Susan Jones. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you too. And if you want, one thing you can do is to mention the person's name when you're saying it's a pleasure to meet you, okay? But sometimes in a business context, you're not yet sure whether to say Ms. Jones or Susan, so you could try it. And you could say, it's a pleasure to meet you, Ms. Jones. And she might say, oh, you can call me Susan. It's a pleasure to meet you too. And so on, okay? But main thing is, this part is just repeating. Next, in an informal situation. So here, instead of saying hello, we're just going to say hi. Hi, I'm George. Hi, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Again, we're just repeating. So what happened? Here, it's a little more formal. So we said, it's a pleasure to meet you. And here, because it's informal, we just said, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Okay? So just repeat that. And also, instead of hello, we're just saying hi. All right? Hi, I'm George. Hi, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Okay? So try that. Next, I'll show you how to introduce people who don't know each other. So let's see how to introduce people to each other. First, we'll do this in a formal situation, okay? So let's pretend in this scenario that there are three people. You are Carol Smith, and you know Scott Topper, and you know Stephen Shaw, but they don't know each other. But you don't know that, so you have to find out first, because sometimes people do know each other. So Carol is going to speak first. So Carol knows both of them, all right? So she says, Carol Smith says, have you met each other? So let's say she turns to one of them or to either of them, and she says, so Scott answers, and he says, no, we haven't. Sometimes this person will answer, sometimes both of those people will answer kind of at the same time, say, no, we haven't. Doesn't matter. And then Carol says, if it's a formal situation, Mr. Topper, this is Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw, this is Mr. Topper. Now, sometimes this part is not necessary because it's kind of obvious. So usually if you just say the first part, people will start introducing themselves then to each other or continue with the pleasure to meet you. But if you want to know the traditional way in which it's done like that. Okay, so Mr. Topper, this is Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw, this is Mr. Topper. And at that point also, when you're deciding whose name to say first, some of the rules of protocol are that if there is an older person and a younger person, you introduce the older person to the younger person, okay? So let's say in this situation that Mr. Topper is older, then you would say Mr. Topper's name first. If they're both about the same age, it doesn't matter, okay? So then Mr. Topper, remember the earlier lessons we learned, what we learned just now, the expression, it's a pleasure to meet you. And Shaw says, pleasure to meet you too. Okay? You don't always have to repeat the entire expression, it's a pleasure to meet you. Even in a formal situation, it's fine to say, pleasure to meet you too, because that's the critical part. All right? So now that's the formal scenario. Let's go through it one more time. Have you met each other? No, we haven't. Mr. Topper, this is Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw, Mr. Topper, it's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you too. And remember, at this point, when Mr. Topper says, it's a pleasure to meet you, that's when Mr. Topper will put out his hand for the handshake, and Stephen Shaw will take his hand and shake his hand. Now, if it's an informal situation, it's pretty much the same way at the beginning. Have you met each other? No, we haven't. So then you can say, Scott, this is Stephen. Stephen, this is Scott. And then they will use the informal expressions. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Okay? So these expressions, pleasure to meet you, nice to meet you, they can take you a long way in introducing yourself and introducing others. Now, of course, there are many ways to introduce yourself. Not only what I've said here, not only what I've taught you here, but I always advise my students that it's better to learn one way properly than to learn 3 different ways and then get mixed up. Okay? So make sure you have mastered one way to introduce yourself and to introduce other people, and then you could move on to other variations, because you are definitely going to hear a variety of variations on this. Okay? So if you'd like to practice this a little bit, go to our website, www.ingvid.com, and you can do a quiz on how to introduce yourself and how to introduce other people. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.
Okay. Here, when she says firm handshake, you need to be aware, because in some cultures, they don't like to, I don't know how to say, to touch, you know, so be careful. You need to realize if you are talking with an American person, with a Colombian person, or for example, in the Arabic, and they don't like that. So be careful, okay?
Pleasure to meet you. Okay?
Okay. Now, do you have any question? Do you have some questions about?
Sure.
No, teacher.
Okay. Okay. Now we are going to practice a little bit of this. So I want you to pick up one imagine and try to imagine about a dialogue with some new people. So this will be in couples. So can you start, Diana, with Carlos, please?
Please, Diana, say hello. I don't know who is Diana.
Okay, let me show you a little bit. Diana.
I am
Okay.
Okay, now we are going to pick up one imagine, okay? Which one? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5?
I don't understand.
Okay, you need to pick up one imagine and try to make a dialogue with Carlos, like if you are in an office, for example, this one.
But formal situation or informal situation?
Like you want. If you want formal or an informal situation, it doesn't matter.
Mm, 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 ¿Qué sería? Hello, Carlos.
Hello, Diana.
I present my friend Lina. She's my partner in the job.
Hello, Lina. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay. But it's just two persons in the imagine, remember. So like you are, somebody is talking to you. So don't worry about that, okay? So you can start again. You are doing good, Diana. It's okay.
Okay. Hello, Carlos.
Hello, Diana.
Um, Welcome to the office.
Oh, thank you, Diana.
I hope that you like um, work in here.
Thank you, Diana. I think the environment here is very well. It's so cool.
Um, 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 um,
That's it. Okay. Very good. Very good. This is good. This is good. Okay. Now, okay. I am going to pick up one imagine, this one, and I am going to start with Laura. So, hello.
Okay, hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
My name is Lina. And you?
My name is Laura.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Remember that you need to use this. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure
Eh,
too.
it's a pleasure too. Nice to meet you. Okay. This is for new
Mm-hmm.
people, of course. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, I have here another options because it's not just question of talk in the office or where are you from, where do you live. We have a lot of different things here that we can use to introduce ourselves or to know different new people. So for example, my favorite food is pasta. I don't like vegetables or etc. Okay, so
Okay.
okay, we can use this process also to know what they like or they don't like. So this is important when you introduce yourself. Okay. So for example, there are three people in my family. I am a student at my degree, for example. Well, this is in the school. My favorite subject is math, for example. My hobbies, like Carlos says, or Diana, um, ride a bike or climb mountain, whatever. In my free time, also I like to, or I also enjoy. It's a lot of different things that we can use to introduce ourselves. So don't worry if you are making mistakes, like the teacher says in the video. It's important to know one way, especially to do the introduction in a properly way. Okay? Okay. now I want to talk about um, why do you choose to be an English teacher? So first, Dajana, can you explain to us why do you want to be an English teacher?
Um, I wanna be a English teacher because I wanna uh, I wanna I wanna how do you say enseñar? Teaching?
Yes.
No.
Teach.
Porque, ¿cómo?
Teach. Is the same?
Because I wanna teach other persons about this language. I think that is important for communicate with others, others person in others countries, and know your your culture.
Okay, very good. What about you, Laura?
Okay. I want want to be a English teacher. Because since I was a child, I be in contact with the language. Um, I I always like to teach to 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 communicate my ideas, my knowledge with other person, and the yeah, and I enjoy this, and I think that the better form to teach is um have um degree. I want to siempre la palabra, to express, to share my knowledge with other person, with kids, with um, English learning in general.
Okay, very good. What about you, Carlos?
Okay,
Carlos, turn on your microphone, please. Yes.
I'm sorry, teacher.
Yes.
Okay, teacher. Now, I really agree with my classmates because I think the English teacher is really important in this moment of the work because communication through the English language, you can meet other people from the other places of the world. We can know about their cultures. For example, I had many friends in other countries. In the moment, I can talk it with them about the cultures, your life, etc. Yes, in personal, I prefer the education because I really love the knowledge. I love teaching English. This is my hobby in my free time, in this moment, I'm studying at the university I teaching English in my house with guys from with guys who live here in the same town where I live in this moment.
Okay, very good. Actually, I decided to be an English teacher because for me, the second language brings me the opportunity to travel around the world. That is why for me it's important to give the opportunity to different kind of people like my students to realize that the world is very big. So we can travel a lot and we can, like you say, communicate our ideas, thoughts, feelings, if we like something or we don't like, if we want to travel, or like Carlos says, it's important for find a new job or a better job. So in Colombia, we have a lot of different problems with English teachers because sometimes it's complicated and the people don't take this kind of risk. So for us, then when we want to be an English teacher, it's important and don't give up because it's complicated. I know sometimes we can feel blank, we don't know the words, and it's complicated, but in the same time, it's very good when you can start to talk with different kind of people. Like in this moment, we can practice and it's very nice actually. So don't worry about if you are making mistakes or if you are blank because this is normal. Actually, this is our second language. So we are learning day by day and for sure we'll be doing the best every day with the second language, okay? So thank you so much. I hope you like this class and we'll see you, I think, the next Tuesday, 19, I guess. So I hope you like the class. If you have questions or things to say, you can feel free to go. So I don't know. You want to say something else?
Okay, have adapt. Do you send us any topic for the next class?
Yes. For the next class, I will send you a WhatsApp message and you can start to watch videos or start to looking for information for the next session, okay? I think we have, let me check one more time what is the next session and I will send you by WhatsApp, okay?
Yes.
Okay, teacher.
Also, if you want to talk about some topics, you can fill it in the characterization form because I sent a little space also. And if you want to know some topics or if you want to talk about some things here, we can do it because it's not just to talk about different kind of topics, but really I want you to express yourself. And if you want to talk about different topics then it's not in the lesson plan, it doesn't matter, we can do it. So you can fill it in the characterization form, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So see you in the next time, guys, and I hope you like this class. This is a small class because this is a presentation only, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Okay, see you in the next time. Bye bye.
Bye, teacher.
Take care, guys.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.